Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of the FireStorm Podcast. Today, we are hitting you with another album review. It's been a while, but we're hitting you with another album review. Today, we're reviewing a very recent album. It's Medicine to Midnight by the Foo Fighters. Now, I don't know if any of y'all have seen the podcast before, or any of the long ago episodes, but if you have, then you know that this was Trent's idea, and I'm along for the ride here. So
yes, well, I haven't actually referenced this before because I have been fairly out of date with a lot of bands I follow, and Foo Fighters. I wasn't really paying attention, but Foo Fighters just kind of dropped this. They just dropped Medicine at Midnight, and I was just like, oh, that's fucking dope. Because initially, I had the idea of reviewing Evanescence's Bit of Truth, because it seemed to be interesting, but then I heard a few singles from it before it actually came out, and it was kind of in my mind, more of the same. And Foo Fighters, I love their stuff way more, and I'm infinitely more interested in Foo Fighters, and this is kind of what we've landed on. Medicine at Midnight, and as you also probably know, that it's not very often with our album reviews we kind of dip into more mainstream stuff. Like we did it with Red, and we have done it before. Like it's not entirely uncommon, but the last album review, we've done 2 Name Wants to Battle stuff, and we did an Amelie one. So this is kind of a little bit more mainstream, but I mean, nothing wrong with that. But yeah,
I'm just waiting for Breaking Benjamin to drop another album.
Oh, hell
heck out of that.
Oh, baby. Definitely. So, yeah, this is kind of what we've landed on. This is the 49th episode of the podcast. Amazing.
Holy crap.
This one won't be going onto Spotify. The WrestleMania one might be. Who knows?
Yeah. I had a thing, I was just like, I don't think we should upload album reviews on Spotify. Something about that seems off.
No, definitely. Yeah, no, definitely not. I feel like anime reviews and a few odd episodes here or there would definitely work. WrestleMania will. Episode 50 probably won't. Who knows? But
depending on what we talk about in episode 50, yeah.
Yeah, so this is the 49th episode, the one before episode 50. I'm bringing this up and I'm talking about this because after episode 50, we're kind of just going to have a clean slate. We're going to approach things a little bit differently with the podcast, and we probably won't.
We're probably gonna take a little bit of a break from the. I mean, we took a break earlier, in 2020 with the pandemic and everything when shit slowed down. But we're gonna take a little more of an actual break from the podcast stuff and transition more into just doing. We'll have guest episodes still probably, but we're just gonna pretty much just take it easy with the podcast and wait for shit to come to us rather than trying to go out and find shit to talk about.
Yes.
So we're going to take it a little easier. Because
I was I will talk about it more in depth in episode 50, but yeah, I was thinking about podcast episodes going to have their own day, and we'll both do Let's Plays during the week, and see how things go from there. But anyway, we're here to enjoy the latest Foo Fighters album, 9 songs, and I have not heard a single bloody one. This is going to be completely new.
For me, right, Trent was talking about album reviews before we started recording, and I was like, you know what, dude, I'll fucking listen to anything. Dude, as a musician, I am inspired by other music, and I don't want to lose that, that's something that's super important to me. I am constantly listening to music, all kinds of music, not to plug anything here, but if you've seen my my current jams playlist that's featured on my artist profile on Spotify, there's a bunch of fuck shit in there. It's all different. I have fucking Ariana Grande, I have the metalcore, I literally have everything from the fucking the entire world of music. There's I'm inspired by just listening to all kinds of different music. And so Foo Fighters, I know, Learn to Fly by them, and that's about it. So I'm more than happy to check out their new release because Learn to Fly is fucking awesome. And of course, I feel like I probably have heard a few of their other songs. I just don't know them off the top of my head. But yeah, if they are, like Trent said, they were performed live and they were fucking incredible. So if they are still as good as they have been, then I'm more than happy to check out their new album. So I'm very excited.
And the album before this, Concrete and Gold, was also fantastic. I enjoyed that one heavily. Like, Sky is a Neighborhood. Oh, my shit! So, I'm hoping there'll be something that intense. Well, that, not intense, that fucking epic in here. But, yeah, I've seen them live twice. In, like, I think 2015 and 2018 when they came to Adelaide. And they were phenomenal both times. Played the greatest hits and the latest shit as well. So, out of these 9 songs, hopefully, one of them becomes one of my new favorites. We'll see how it goes. Yeah. I'll let you handle the countdowns,
okay,
as is tradition.
Yeah. Hold on, I got a burp. Okay.
Lovely.
So, we're going to start with track 1. Obviously, if you... there's going to be silence here. We can't include the songs in the video because copyright, obviously. So, if you'd like to keep up with us, we are going to count down for the start of each song. We're going to stop after each one to talk about it a little bit. So please, pull it up on Spotify, pull it up on YouTube, pull it up on Apple Music, whatever you got to do. Pull it up so you can listen alongside us, and you can hear what we're reacting to rather than just silence for 5 seconds and me going, ooh.
Yes.
So, yeah, make sure to listen along with us. And yeah, so I'm going to be doing a countdown. I'm going to be listing off each track beforehand. So we know what's being played when. So let's just jump into it. So we're going to be starting off with track 1. This is called Making a Fire. So I'm going to, real quick, I'm going to make sure it loads properly.
Okay, cool. I should do this then, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Ready when you are.
We're going to be starting track 1 in 3, 2, 1, go. Huh. Wow.
Ooh. Bit of a classic vibe.
Not what I was expecting for a song called Making a Fire, but,
No.
It really does have a classic rock vibe. I like that.
Yeah.
It's like classic rock, but with modern production. That's a vibe and a half.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's a cool little riff.
Yeah. I like that.
Oh, this is nice.
Ooh. Oh, this is cool. Who's doing backing for that? That sounds wonderful.
Yeah, the backing voices. Oh, yeah. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
You know what? For the first track, this makes a lot of sense. I'm down with this.
I feel like the na 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 isn't necessary, but I'm vibing.
Yeah. Yeah, this feels like it could easily be like a, I mean, what, like, by any number of classic rock bands. It's cool. But, like, I think it's very fair to say that, I don't know the name of the lead vocalist, but his voice is doing wonders on this song. David, like,
his unique voice.
His voice is doing wonders on this song right now.
Yeah. David's got such a unique voice. It's like kind of like Breaking Benjamin. It's kind of like Benjamin's voice. It's just that unique. You can tell who it is and whose song it actually is.
Yeah.
All right.
You know what? Like, this wasn't what I imagined when I imagined modern Foo Fighters, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm vibing.
I'm gonna show this to my dad.
I would play this on the radio for my dad, and he will not complain. He will just vibe.
Yeah. This is literally something my dad would listen to while he's doing like lawn work or something.
Yeah.
I like that chord. Oof. I'm trying to figure out in my head what that was, but I couldn't tell you. Could be a flat two. I don't know. It's tough, but I like it. It's very adds a lot to that part of the song.
Now, that was really, really good. And a few things I quickly want to point out is that even though this is only 9 tracks long, most of the songs are over 4 minutes, which is really interesting.
Yeah.
That is quite interesting. And David's voice is that unique. You can always tell, oh yeah, this is a Foo Fighters song. But the thing with Foo Fighters that I think is especially interesting is that, in my head at least, there's 2 types of Foo Fighters songs. There's the songs like Learn to Fly, The Pretender, Sky is a Neighborhood, where you know all the lyrics, you sing along with all the lyrics, and you're in the moment, like, heavily, like, just going along with it, because it's that big songs that you know and love. Or there's the Foo Fighters songs where the lyrics are just kind of like, you don't really understand all the lyrics, because a lot of the time with Foo Fighters songs, it does kind of sound odd. Like, what they're saying doesn't actually make a lot of sense if you read the lyrics. So it's kind of like you're just vibing along with the entire song without knowing what they're saying. And I feel like that's one of them. I was just vibing the entire time with the classic feel. So I really enjoyed that. It's very different from what I'm used to from them, but I fucking love that one. That was nice.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's an interesting way to set the tone. Like, we'll see how the rest of the album follows that, but you know what? Like you said, the classic vibe was really nice. I'm along for the ride right now. I'm down with this.
See how they keep it up.
Yeah. So this looks like it might have been a single or something. It's got a fuck ton of plays. So track 2 is called Shame Shame. Yeah, it's got like a lot of plays in comparison to the others. So maybe this was a single we just didn't know or something. So we'll see though. All right, we are playing track 2 in 3, 2, 1, go.
Whoa.
Ooh. Is that acoustic? It is.
This is interesting. Holy shit.
Are they pitsing? Oh my god. The mix on this is... The chorus on this better impress me. This is building up to something.
Yeah. Is it gonna be this the whole way through?
Maybe.
Because they're saying shame now. Is this the chorus?
Ooh.
Okay, here we go.
Okay, so it's like building and building. Okay. So this is like, I'm trying to think of a song that sounds like this. That has this structure. I know one, but I can't think of it off the top of my head.
I feel like this would be a very easy song for them to perform live. Like, this would be one of the
Sure.
lower ones that they would use to just settle the crowd down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's a vibe, but I wouldn't imagine a scenario where I would listen to this.
It's very peculiar. It's not bad at all.
No.
I'm a little surprised because the string pizzicatos were very forward in the mix, which surprises me. This feels like a song that like you probably need to read the lyrics for
Maybe.
to like fully appreciate it. Because I feel like some heavy shit's being said here, but I just don't know what's happening because I'm listening to everything at once and can't register the lyrics.
Yeah.
Wow.
What was that?
That was me, dude.
What were you doing?
That was me doing the guitar, the little bend they're doing.
Okay.
Wow.
That was weird.
Sorry, I scared the cat. My bad. I'm not even sure like how to approach this. Like,
Okay, I was listening to the lyrics there in that chorus, and that, yeah, it does sound like it is a bit heavier with the lyrics like that. There's a lot more meaning to them.
yeah.
Another season of loneliness. I found a reason and buried it. Like, it does sound like might be about losing friends or something.
Hmm. Shame.
That is.
Well, that was a song.
That's
Um.
interesting.
Okay. I mean, okay. In all fairness, I understand why that seemed. I understand why that has a lot of place. Foo Fighters are mainstream rock. Like, don't get it twisted. That seems to be a song that almost seemed to be pandering a little bit while still maintaining their, like, integrity, I guess. It's still. I can still imagine Foo Fighters wrote that. But it seems like they were, with this particular song, being like, okay, well, the kids all like the hip hoppy and the Shawn Mendes and the Camila Cabello and the fucking Ariana Grande. So this feels like their attempt to pander a little bit towards the softer side of the mainstream. Maybe that would be my guess because that is such a peculiar, standout, song compared to literally everything I know about Foo Fighters, which is not a lot, but still, even I know that much.
Yeah.
But that feels like what it is to me, because you know it feels like, you know, it's got the most plays right out of the whole album. It feels like there was a goal in mind. This is kind of like I can compare it to one of my favorite artists, probably my favorite band going right now, and my favorite vocalist, All Time Low. They released a song on their last album called Monsters, which is on the pop charts right now, and they're a punk band. It's on the pop charts. It features Black Bear and Demi Lovato. Monsters it's fairly short. It's less than 3 minutes. That was another song that very much feels like it was written with a goal in mind, and that was to pander to the mainstream, while still maintaining their integrity as a rock band. That's what Shame Shame feels like to me. Again, still a little long, and dragged out, like repeating probably a little more than they might have needed to, but this feels like the equivalent to Monsters for the Foo Fighters. Monsters is one of my favorite songs actually right now, but like that's again featuring someone like Black Bear on that song. Again, Black Bear is a very mainstream hip hop artist. Feels like that was the goal with that song. Again, like Shame Shame, because it's just so different. Shame Shame particularly, Monsters not really, but Shame Shame particularly, that is very much stands out to me. Like, see, that's weird.
What when I was saying, like, I don't know in what scenario I would listen to this, because for me, like, a lot of the time it's like, if I'm in the mood for rock music, I'll put on rock music, and there'll be a few Foo Fighters songs in there, the ones I like. Like, I just added Making a Fire to my TC Rock Jams playlist, because I was rocking out, I was jamming to it. But Shame Shame, I didn't know where I'd put that, and then when you said this sounds like they're pandering to a mainstream audience, I then thought, actually, yeah, this sounds like one of those songs which would be on repeat on the fucking radio. Like, because like, at least there's an issue I've realized a lot of the time with radio in Australia, at least. Like, whenever I do have the radio on, which is very rare, like, I always hear the same shit. The same shit. Like, Bad Guy will be on 100 fucking times, or like one of Eminem's songs will be on 100 times. And I feel like Shame Shame would be in that group of songs which would just be played because they know it's popular. They know it's from a band or from an artist that will, like, that people are drawn to. You're right. Shame Shame sounds like one of those songs. And it wasn't bad in any right. It was groovy.
Oh.
But I agree also, it repeated a bit much. It didn't have to be 4 minutes and 17 seconds long.
No.
But they dragged it out that much. So, yeah, no, I 100% agree. Good song, but I'm not going to go out of my way to listen to it in the future. But if it pops on the radio, I will vibe to it. And what you were saying about paying attention to the lyrics, when I did pay attention to the lyrics in the chorus, it did sound like, it sounds like they're going for something a bit more serious with the lyrics this time around, but could easily not pay attention to that and vibe, which is what we did. So,
yep.
Yeah, alright, there we go. That's
fair play
that's
there,
shame.
lads.
That's Shame Shame.
Shame Shame. Okay, so track 3 is called Cloud Spotter. So, I guess
interesting
this just
name.
Looks like, it just looks like one of those just a album song. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully this will be cool. All right, playing track 3 in 3, 2, 1, go. Whoa.
Left ear. Hello.
Hello, left ear. Okay.
Oh, hello.
Groovy.
Let's go to Hawaii, lads. Who's this female artist? Who is she?
Yeah. Who is this? Is this a groupie? A groupie for a 25-year-old band? Huh. I dig this. Not what I expected.
No.
Oh?
Okay.
Foo Fighters sounding chorus.
Here we go. This is a bit more Foo Fighters.
Nice. Do the thing. Yes. Love that. Huh.
Although, yeah, kind of like an album filler song, I do actually really vibe to this. I dig
this. These verses are... I love these. Chorus is cool, but I really like the way the verses are written. Like this fucking jammy riff in the left ear, when very simple melody and the vocals on top of that with 2 layers, with the female an octave higher than the male. I love that. Very simple, very well done.
See, and this chorus, that riff into it, that sounds much more like Foo Fighters than than the other two.
Totally.
This is what I was expecting.
Mm-hmm. There's a little too much empty space there, but it's fine. That seems weird.
Oh.
That vocal's kind of a little farther back in the mix there. That was weird.
Yeah, it sounds like it should have been a bit louder.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Definitely an album filler, but dig it.
It's in my Tasty Rock Jams playlist now. I like it.
Tasty.
Tasty. See, even though, yes, that is a little bit more of an album filler, that is also what I... Like, that type of tune is what I expected a bit more of. Like,
Tasty.
Foo Fighters are good with the lower, quieter songs, like Shame, Shame, like Skies and Neighborhood. They are good with those types of songs, but that is a bit more of what I was expecting.
Sure,
So,
yeah.
I enjoyed that. I can imagine myself that is one of the songs I do feel like I could easily learn the lyrics to.
Yeah.
And I was also half paying attention to them. That did sound a little bit more simple than Shame Shame. But
Definitely.
yeah, no, I'm fucking... I vibed to that. I really enjoyed it. Nothing to fault with that.
Yeah, one thing I like about album fillers and a lot of like mainstream bands is a lot of times you'll find like some really cool ideas that don't ever make the popular songs, and that's what I felt about those verses. Like not necessarily super creative or like groundbreaking by any means, but like I don't know, the way it was written, I really liked, and the way it was all put together. You know, like I have, again, like I said, I have nothing bad to say about that. Like it felt like a cool mix of like what like contemporary modern rock and like a little bit of country, a little bit like I don't know. I had a phase where I didn't like country music, but I'm a grown man now. I listen to country music a little bit, but it felt like there was a little twang of country in there, which I was digging. So yeah, I mean, cool. Like especially the lyrics felt a little like either like classic rock or like a little country. Like it kind of felt like that. But yeah, that was cool. I like that.
I feel like that's the one thing I do like. I agree with album fillers that bands do try something a little bit different sometimes. Like they like to they don't. Sometimes there is the very generic album filler, and sometimes there is something a little bit more unique. Like the thing that stands out to me is Skillet Unleashed, Famous. Famous is one of my favorite songs, but it's clearly an album filler. And it is really cool to see them try something a little bit different. Although that what was going on in the left ear, then in the right ear happening, like that's the little change up they did for this one, and I enjoyed it. I was grooving to it. I feel like that's going to be the vibe of this album, just fucking grooving seems to be the tone of the album so far. Just
hopefully
let's just groove the entire way through.
Yeah, some there's been like the worst thing is like having your favorite bands and not knowing a lot about their album fillers. Oh, like, and then discovering that their album fillers are actually jams. Oh, it's the worst. Yeah. So we can go ahead and move on to track 4. This is called "Waiting on a War." So I guess expect something intense. Maybe?
With that name alone, I really feel like it's going to be something about like predicting like why World War III is going to happen. That's just a guess. Foo Fighters do like to eventually dip into that sort of like political, like you could call it political, but that very rarely they like to kind of make reference to that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So they might try it here.
It could just as easily be about dealing with women, though. So
yeah, you're not wrong.
All right, so we're gonna play track 4 in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh,
straight to the business. Let's go.
Yep. Okay, nope, it's an actual war. Well, oh well.
Yeah, it's actual war. Violins.
Yep.
Oh.
Sucks to be you.
More of this and that.
You're asking the wrong guy, bro. You're asking a guy who tweets about anime girls regularly. Like, come on, dude. Oh, that was cool. I liked that. Ooh. That was a hot chord right there. Ooh. That was sexy. Because that feels like that first chord... Oh, I need to hear it again. Oh, yeah, violin. Oh, rest in peace, bro. That's rough. As a prophet of our generation once said, that's rough, buddy.
Yeah. So, I was lying. This is the type of song they would perform live to calm down the crowd, because this just it's that acoustic, the violin. It's just one of those songs you would use to bring the tempo down a bit.
Hit me again. Okay. That one. And it was the same chord again.
I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like that. God, I fucking love David's voice. He's got such a good voice.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this is nice. Back in my day.
Back in my day, I could have
Back in my day, I had a tour gun. Maw.
Again, a bit repetitive, but very, very tasty.
Oh. Tasty jams.
Is it just me, or does it feel like this is kind of like a prelude to something that's gonna fucking slam?
Oh. Well.
Oh.
Oh.
I was right.
Oh.
Whew.
Okay.
Where are we going?
How fast are they gonna go?
Come on!
It just keeps going.
Ah! Oh,
Here we
yes!
I like that. That's cool.
There's not a war.
Boom, boom, boom. Okay. Yeah.
I
You know
like
what?
that.
Fair play to them for switching it up like that. If
They
it had
like to
dragged
try
on,
out. They like to do things like that where they as shown by the first 3 songs, they like to keep an average tempo and like build it up a bit for the chorus and then drop it back down. Whereas, and then on an occasion though, they do like to do things like that where they just do a giant fucking build at the end, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And that one I thought was fucking good. Very repetitive with the lyrics, but I don't know. Again, it was another vibe for me. Like, would that be radio or live performance? Either of the two. But
definitely live.
yeah, I enjoyed that. That was very good.
Yeah, that doesn't seem like a radio song to me. That seems like just it feels like a ballad. Like ballads don't usually, they're not like high energy enough to keep people's attention when it comes to like mainstream radio. But I did like that. That was it feels like it's a bit, I don't know. I don't know how old these guys are, but it did feel like a little bit like a boomer song. Not to discredit the guys because they're fucking talented as hell. But
they are pretty. The band's been going on what 20, 30 years. They are pretty old.
That seemed a little bit like, I don't know. There was a disconnect for me, but as far as the lyrics go, but anyway, like music was great. Like you said, that guy's David's voice. David's voice. He's a great voice, and that like, man, there's no better chance for someone's singing voice to shine than on a ballad song. So, well done.
If it's not fucking David, and I've been getting this wrong the whole time, I'm going to be incredibly disappointed in myself. No, yeah, it was founded by former Nirvana drummer David Grohl. Yeah, I was right.
Oh, okay.
Like, fuck for that. All right, but yes, no. That if that were to happen live, I feel like that would be the song that leads into a heavier song. So I'm going to try and predict that the next song, Medicine at Midnight, is going to be a bit heavier. I'm hoping it is. I'm really hoping it is.
Oh, there's a burp. Anyway, yeah, I don't really have anything else to say about that, because that was good. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that. Anyway, okay. Track 5 is the title track, Medicine at Midnight. So let's go ahead and play it in 3, 2, 1, go. I'm sorry.
What the fuck? Excuse me? Are we in Hawaii
Did I stumble
again?
into a jazz album?
Why is this all vibe? Like, I'm not complaining, but this is not at all what I was expecting with this entire album. It's all vibe. I was dead wrong. My God.
Love the riff, though. Ooh, nice synth. Hot.
See, now we're getting into a bit more.
This is the best vibe of the album for me. I love this.
Yeah, but now this is the vibe and lyrics that don't make sense. This is where we're at the moment.
No, I hear something in the lyrics. Not bad. Not a bad chorus at all. Hell yeah.
Ooh.
This.
It does kind of sound like he's in a small club singing to his potential, but it's like echoing a bit because he's in the club.
Well, what it feels like is it feels like it's mixed mixed all trippy. Like his vocals are mixed really trippy. Like it sounds like a lot of
I kind of feel like that's the point.
Yeah.
Well, that's what he's definitely aiming for.
This chorus is definitely a little more normal. Here we go. They stopped for a second. There's a quick break. Coffee break. Dance floor. What is this, Jennifer Lopez?
This is definitely, yeah, this is the most jazzy shit.
This is weird. Did I stumble into like an indie rock album right now? Like what the heck? Well, a good indie rock album at least. Not very many of those.
This actually, yeah, you're right. This does feel like a lot more indie. Just that style. Damn. Okay.
All right.
Look, none of these songs have been at all what I expected. This has all been completely fucking different. These have all been like vibe as fuck songs, which, I mean, look, considering the name and the cover art, how it looks a little bit trippy. I mean, I should have expected that, I guess. But yeah, damn, that's fucking that was good though. Out of all the vibe songs, that might have been like the most enjoyable.
Yeah.
Like, that currently is looking at my favorite thus far.
That was an experience. Maybe this is TMI for all of you listening, but my friends recently put together a playlist for tripping on acid. This sounds like it would be on it.
That is fair.
So
see,
yeah.
okay, not even kidding. I could imagine listening to that while high.
Yeah,
that would be just one of those songs you would just kind of like slowly dance to, like just like yeah.
Yeah. So it's just, well, not even just necessarily how the music was written, but also just how the vocals sound. It sounds all weird and like it's floating on another layer above the mix, like the way the reverb is made. It was it's like floating but still like mixing occasionally with the, like, it feels like it still mixes well with the rest of the music, like, but it feels like it's just on another layer of reality. With the way the reverb was put down there, and that's why, like, I thought it would be like, yeah, this feels like it would be on a trip playlist. Just by how the vocals sound, might be even a little too high energy for like an acid playlist, but you know, there you go. That's how I felt. Like, it even felt like they were telling, like, the lyrics was telling a story about like how, like, I don't know, like, maybe not a particular event, but maybe like a habit or something, of like taking some kind of medication, quote unquote, and just doing stupid shit. That's kind of what that sounded like, almost. So I don't know, I liked it though.
Yeah, alright. Currently, that's looking like my favorite at the second, but we have 4 more songs to get involved with. Yeah. So, yeah, let's go. Probably also because it's like 3 minutes 30 seconds. They, instead of dragging out a slower beat, they picked it up a little bit to fit in the time frame, which would make a bit more sense. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed that. Let's get moving on to the next song.
Yeah. So track 6 is called No Son of Mine. It's also what my dad says to me. Just kidding.
Same.
Well, I'm not. I wish I was kidding.
This could go many ways with a name like that. This could go many ways.
True. Okay. Only one way to find out. Let's play it in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh,
Oh.
This is the song that plays before your dad disowns you.
He walks into your room to this riff.
This is like the ambiance that plays right before he walks in.
Yeah.
It's like building up. It's like building up.
This is when he opens the door, marches into your room.
He's still marching right now. You can hear his footsteps in the hallway. Here it comes. Here it comes. There it is. Oh.
Okay, I thought that was going to be a bit more intense, but
yeah.
Alright. Now my dad's shuffling? Like, what's going on? Like,
he just like walks into the room and just starts dancing. Huh. Huh. This feels political. Okay.
Yeah, I think I know why.
Oh, this is a Trump diss track. Let's go.
Yeah. Literally.
Based. There's so many of those. Dude, I realized after the fact that You'll Lose This Fight from the Lightscape album was a Trump diss track.
That's cool. I liked that, by the way, how the riff was in one ear and then it appeared in the both.
Yeah.
I like that. I could just imagine them like circling Donald Trump as he's walking down the street singing this.
Just like singing this to mock him.
See, while not as intense as a lot of their stuff, that was it's starting to get there. It's starting to get to a bit more of what I was expecting. But yeah, no, I looked up just whatever info there was about the album, and yeah, literally in January, it just says right here. In January, the band performed at the US presidential inauguration of Joe Biden. They literally performed for Joe Biden when he got inaugurated. Like, okay, we kind of know what side they're on. And, yeah, they're making a diss track with Donald Trump. That's not unexpected.
Well,
fair enough.
I mean, everyone's got to get it out of their system, right?
That's I guess. Fine. Yeah. But, yeah. You were right, though, with Shame Shame. That was one of the 3 singles. Shame Shame, No Son of Mine, and Waiting on a War were the singles.
Yeah, well, you can tell, if you see on Spotify, you can tell the plays are way more. Like, most of them have around 2-3 million plays. Shame Shame is 14
million.
Waiting on a War is 11, and No Son of Mine has 8. So, you can tell by that.
That's tense.
There you go.
Yeah, damn. But, regards to that song,
I know it was cool.
A little less groovy, a little more rocky, but like it did feel like it was going to go another level up from what it actually did, like that build up at the start.
Mm-hmm.
But I was kind of let down by that. But still, actually, a good tune. Not one I would skip if it came on during shuffle. So, yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, so we can go ahead and move on. I'm gonna fucking add shit to my playlist. Okay. So, track 7 is called "Holding Poison."
This sounds like something to do with drugs. That just straight up. This definitely sounds like a song to do with drugs.
Well, we'll find out. We'll find out. All right, play it in 3, 2, 1.
Mr. President.
Whoops. 3, 2, 1. Go.
Go.
Oh.
Oh. Okay. Here we go.
This is about right. Oh, those are nasty harmonies. Whew.
Ooh. Oh, what? That's cool. I like that. Jesus, it's really conflicting, but I don't not like it.
Mm-hmm. Ooh. That's trippy. This is longer, so we'll see how this goes. I can see this repeating itself unnecessarily.
Yeah. So this is just like an extended chorus almost. I can see this happening another 2 times. That noise!
Whoa.
It's...
There's a bunch of shit happening in the background.
There's a lot happening. That's like... How many layers is that? Oh my god.
What is even happening? Wow. Pre-chorus is still trippy.
Okay, now this... I feel like this song was exclusively made for those that get high at Foo Fighters concerts, which is a lot of people, but it sounds like it's made just for them.
I believe it.
I love this. What's that noise? Ooh.
Turn it to swing. Do it, pussy. Yeah, that's right.
Here we go.
That was cool. That transition into swing was pretty epic. I'm not gonna lie. Transition out could have been better, but that's fine. No problems there. Okay. I mean, yeah. It's just like someone hitting a fucking like bottle or some shit.
I know. I don't know why I love it. I really like that. Shit. That was definitely trippy. That's definitely okay. Look, I don't know what's the stigma about it. Maybe because Foo Fighters is kind of like, you're right, that they are very popular with an older generation, especially.
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like that's one of those songs, literally just for you to vibe to when you're high as fuck, like spinning in circles on the dance floor, like because
It'd be like that.
both Foo Fighters concerts I've gone to, there's been heavy amounts of weed smoked, not by us, but by other people. And it's just like, it's that vibe. It's just, it fits that vibe perfectly. And I like that a lot. That was really cool.
Yeah, fair enough, dude. Like, that was,
like,
you know what? That was alright. I didn't mind that. Like, not my favorite by any means, but you know what? Like, I'll give it the creative points. Certainly, I'll give it that. Chorus was pretty decent. Yeah. It was a vibe. I'll give it, you know what? Fuck.
Yeah, this entire album has just appeared to be a vibe. Whereas, like, Concrete and Gold was a mixture of vibe and, like, heavy rock. Mm-hmm. This is definitely more just vibe, without a doubt. This is just straight up vibe. So, can't complain with
Welcome
that.
to the vibe zone.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll go ahead and move on. Track 8 is called Chasing Birds, which I don't recommend. Don't chase birds. Bad idea.
And don't chase women either if you call them birds. Don't do that.
Don't chase chicks. Then there's both. All right, we'll go ahead and start track 8 in 3, 2, 1, go. I thought they were gonna play fucking. Oh, wow.
Get high.
Way to be subtle there.
Not subtlety's out the window.
Okay, I'm sending this to my friends for the trip playlist.
Do it. This is gonna fit perfectly in the trippy playlist.
Yes.
Do it. You're chasing birds when you're high.
Dude, this is oh my god, this is literally something like I trip sit whenever they fucking ingest LSD. This is literally something that's on, like, sounds like it would be on the playlist.
Send it to them right fucking now. This is perfect.
Share, copy song link. Trevor mode. Bops. For y'all's trip playlist.
Oh my fucking god.
There, I sent it to them.
Like, okay, look, this type of vibe could also work for, like, a love song. Like, they could either talk about drugs or talk about love, and they're talking about drugs.
Yep.
So, no, it's a drug song. Jesus.
There. I sent it to them.
Awesome.
There you go. Oh, heart attack. Good.
Oh, okay. Oh. I like that line.
Yeah, I'm about to go to sleep to this song. God damn.
Straight up. The road to hell is built with good intentions and dark inventions of my mind. That's good lyric.
Mm-hmm. Probably a good idea there, pal.
Oh god, that's dark.
Yikes. Weird way to say you're dead inside, bro.
dimensions of my mind. They gotta spice things up here. Just drag it out another minute. Come on.
No? Oh.
Kind of.
Little bit. Okay. Little guitar solo.
Okay, this guitar solo.
I don't even have to be on acid. This makes me feel like I'm on acid.
What is this guitar solo? Like this noise. What key is it in?
Key?
What? Not key, but not key. Shut the fuck up. What is it? What? Oh, fuck. No, not key.
You need to stop using key for everything. Not everything is a key.
No, okay, what the fuck
Tempo
sound
is
was
not
that?
it either. It's a clean, distorted. It's like clean with very low distortion. So a clean guitar tone is basically just like a normal guitar tone. It's just amplified a little bit, and you can add overdrive and EQ and stuff. So that sounded like a clean with very slight bit of overdrive.
Okay.
It's a lot of reverb. There's a lot of reverb on it, is what you're looking for.
Yes, but like that particular sound,
it's an indie rock
really
sound.
No, it is. But okay, that sound that strikes me different for a very peculiar reason. Just before we get to the song, okay, you've probably never even heard of this, but I just need to clarify. Mm-hmm. Have you heard of the Australian movie Red Dog?
No.
You should watch it. Okay. Red Dog is all about like this fucking. It's about essentially this wild dog that was like abandoned by its family and was picked up by this mining town that it took care of it until one particular guy came through that the dog they named Red like was attached itself to, and it got attached to that person, and that person spoilers, at the end of the movie dies.
Sure.
But because the guy's like a truck driver, the dog thinks that he's just gone for a trip. And it's actually based on a real life story. No shit. This dog traveled through like half of fucking Australia, like running around, getting lifts, trying to find its owner before coming back home and realizing its owner was dead. And then it passed away. And then it passed away around like a few years after. And the song they use like has a really similar guitar sound playing throughout the whole thing, and it's really really sad.
Gotcha.
And like so that particular noise, that particular guitar tone makes me really sad. So because of that fucking movie. But anyway, aside from that entire song was a heavy vibe, and I enjoy that immensely. And until that guitar thing made me sad.
Yeah.
If I find the song that they use it, the actual song is really good itself. If I find it, I'll send it to you. But yeah, no, that was really really interesting and like a little bit more simple. But that's also kind of like, I don't know, that was a perfect high vibe song.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about it?
You know what? That was something else. That was crazy. Again, I don't think, well, definitely not me, but I don't think either of us came in expecting to hear something like that on a Foo Fighters album. So it's not bad though. Like I again, it was definitely a vibe song. I doubt I'll come back to it myself, but hey, nothing. I mean, there's room for a vibe song on any album. Like that's a heavy, heavy vibe. Like that was like just the way that was put together, mix wise and written musically. Like that's some vibe and a half right there. Like they definitely wrote that while they were high. Like
Yeah.
um,
I really need you to do me a favor.
Okay.
Just listen to the first 30 seconds of the song I just sent you, and you will immediately
Video
get what I
unavailable.
mean. Why?
I
Is it
don't
because
know.
it's a topic song? Probably because it's a
Video
topic song.
unavailable. The search.
I'll send you this as well because it includes a clip from the movie, so you kind of get what it's about.
Oh.
There you go. Try that.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a clean with a little bit of overdrive, just a little bit.
Yeah, it's just like you immediately get the tone.
Mm-hmm.
Like that particular tone, like playing there at the end of that song, just fucked with me because of this movie.
Wow.
This movie is a wonderful movie, by the way. I highly encourage anyone. It doesn't even though yes, it's very Australian. Just go see that Red Dog. Look it up, watch it. It's a phenomenal movie. If you like dogs. Anyway, sorry,
I don't
this is
really
completely
like dogs, and I don't really want to see one die, so I'm...
Oh fuck! All right, fine. But that song is sad anyway.
I'm gonna have to
Sorry,
take a pass on that one.
That is fine, but yes, it's very like Australian, very purposely Australian. So I understand. But anyway, that is incredibly off topic. But it's just yes, chasing birds, incredibly like again. I'm glad you sent that to your mates. It's one of those songs you would definitely listen to while tripping. But yeah, it was good, and it was kind of dragged out in my opinion, a little bit long.
Mm-hmm.
But like that slow tempo, that it just worked. It was very nice, and yeah, not exactly what I was expecting because like they've I'm used to songs like Holding Poison where it's like literally about getting high and for those type of druggies at the fucking concerts.
Yeah.
It's made for them. But Chasing Birds is a lot more explicit and be in like literally the first 10 seconds they said getting high, chasing birds or some shit.
Yep.
So it's just like, yeah, it's much more explicit than
Totally,
anything else.
yeah. That was something. For sure.
Yeah. All right. We are on to the last song.
Yeah. Better end this with a bang. Let's see what they got. So track
This
9.
is either gonna be a bigger vibe or a bang finish.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping for a bang finish because the heaviest song thus far has been Holding Poison.
Yeah.
So let's end up with something a little bit heavier, can we?
Hopefully. Okay, so track 9 is called Love Dies Young. We're gonna play it in 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go.
Oh please, thank you. Come on.
Thank you. I did read the title. Oh. This is definitely about to break down. Nice.
Okay. Not the sound I was expecting, but still, it's picked up.
Yeah, I don't
Ooh.
mind this.
What's that really quiet, like, string almost? What's that?
Nice. Interesting.
Oh, that's a cool sound. Down, down, down. Again, it sounds like something very quiet with a lot of reverb.
Yeah.
Cool effect.
Fair enough. 15, 5. Hmm. They've still got like a minute and 30 seconds.
Yeah, and it's already kind of repetitive.
Yeah.
I do like the sound.
Mm-hmm.
The instrumental alone I really like. Yeah, we know.
Yep. I did read the title. Like I said.
Love does die young. We understand.
Damn, rest in peace.
What if I do anyway? What if I do anyway? Gonna make Dave Grohl fall in love with me. That's the end game.
All right. Fine. You know what?
Yeah.
All right.
Little bit disappointed.
It's fine. That kind of makes sense for a yeah, for the last song. Whatever.
I mean,
like I don't have much to say about that. Like, that definitely repeated itself for a little too long, but
that was way too repetitive for my liking.
Like, solid little ending. You know.
See,
Fine.
even if they just changed up the lyrics a little bit, like the instrumental that was wonderful. I loved that. That was a great vibe. But the fucking, like, you could have switched up the lyrics a little bit. You could have said something else. Like, love dies young 100 fucking times. We get it. Like,
thanks, pal.
I'm unfortunately look. I know coming into this it was going to be different. Foo Fighters have been changing it up. They're nowhere near as heavy as they used to be. They've always been a little bit. They've always been mainstream, but they like to include some like interesting, odd stuff here or there. That's just the way they've always been, and it's been interesting to see. And like Concrete and Gold was a really good, solid mixture of heavy stuff and like calmer, more interesting side stuff. This entire album, Medicine at Midnight, was just a vibe. Like, it was purposely a big ass vibe, but like not. I enjoyed every song, but there's not many I would want to go back and re-listen to, which is a shame. Which is heavily a shame. Like, my favorite songs, no matter what, like for Foo Fighters, are still gonna be like The Pretender, Sky is a Neighborhood, Everlong was kind of like dragged on a bit, but like still one of my favorites, and like those will like Alandria, All My Life, Learn to Fly, Best of You. They're still going to be my favorites, but here there's nothing really that I would put in my favorites, which is a shame. Like, I really enjoyed Love Dies Young. I enjoyed Making a Fire. I enjoyed Waiting on a War, and like Medicine at Midnight. They were all really good.
Yeah,
but none of them stood out as one of my favorites. which is a big shame.
Yeah, for sure.
If I had to make a top 3, I'd go Making a Fire, Medicine at Midnight, and Holding Poison.
Yeah, you know what? As someone kind of looking in from the outside and not really someone who keeps up with Foo Fighters at all, this was not what I expected in the slightest. Now, admittedly, I kind of figured I wouldn't get exactly what I was expecting because bands do change over the years. I know that better than anybody. I mean, look at Paramore. Like, a lot of my favorite bands aren't quite the way they used to be, and sometimes that's good, but here I was definitely expecting something a little more impressive, I guess, or at least sonically impressive, as far as like the epic rock vibes that I am familiar with when it comes to Foo Fighters, and I didn't really get any or much of it at all. Love Dies Young had the potential, didn't quite live up to it. I really like the instrumental, like you said. It was just lacking the completeness of having really solid lyrics, and it just, it fell a little bit short. And there was some, like, Making a Fire I really enjoyed. Cloud Spotter, there were some great creative ideas in that one. Shame Shame is very peculiar, stands out, even at the end of the album. There is some really good stuff on here, but I'm not, kind of when I was going into whatever album review we were going to do today, I was kind of hoping I would be more impressed, more like I want to listen to more of this now. This was just kind of not a huge, it didn't really catch my attention the way I wanted it to. There were some good tracks, but I mean, for me, like, I think my top 3 would be like Cloud Spotter, maybe Cloud Spotter, Medicine, and Midnight, and then either Making a Fire or Shame Shame. Like, a lot of this, the stuff that was actually a little bit catching, caught my eye or caught my ear, I guess, in this case, was in the first half of the album. I don't know, like, I'm not at all saying it was bad, because it wasn't. But it just didn't grab my attention the way I wanted it to. I wanted to come out the other side of this feeling like I had discovered a really cool new band that I wanted to listen to more of. And, Foo Fighters mainstream. Everyone fucking knows Foo Fighters. But, like
I'll be honest, I don't think we would have gotten that from Evanescence.
I don't think so either.
Because the thing, I heard the singles of Evanescence, because there was a lot of singles building up to the album release, because they released them months in advance. And, like, whereas this was interesting, peculiar, different type of genre almost, that what we're used to from Foo Fighters, Evanescence, from the singles I heard, it sounded more of the same. Like, it sounded like nothing was overly impressive, but it was definitely Evanescence. Like, you could tell, like, oh yeah, this is heavy rock vibe, yeah, I'm into it. But it's just like, afterwards, I don't imagine there would have been a big takeaway.
Sure.
Whereas here, there is a lot of interesting elements that play. You're right, Shame Shame, very peculiar. I said at the start, nothing really stood out. I am wrong, actually. Shame Shame did stand out, but not in a way that I would have liked. It was more just like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah.
But, like, at the end of the day, I enjoyed every single song. They were all very enjoyable. They were all very interesting. But there could have been a lot more happening at certain points. Like, you're right, Love Dies Young had the potential to be a giant fucking epic rock moment to cap everything off and bring up a little bit of nostalgia, a little bit of what we're used to, but it didn't do that. Instead, it just went for continuing the vibe, and not a bad thing. It's, again, this entire album is not what I was expecting at all, in the slightest.
Yeah.
It was but it was still very enjoyable, and a few of the songs have made it onto my Tasty Rock Jams playlist. So I'll definitely be hearing a few more of them in the future. But yeah, overall, impressive instrumentally, like a lot of very interesting, tonally different songs. Like a lot of them just big vibes, and not a bad thing, but not exactly what I was expecting from Foo Fighters, but there you go.
Yeah.
That's Medicine at Midnight for me. Do you have much more to say on the album as a whole?
You know, like you said, I enjoyed it. But like, you know, there wasn't a bad song on it. That like it was just it was just I felt like how do I put this? Like, I don't know, like none of it was like really catching to me. None of it caught my attention as like a really, really cool song that I would come back to and listen to a lot. But, you know, I'll come back to a few of these, but, you know, it was fine. It was good. It was fine. That's about it, you know.
There you go. I reckon that's all we have to say on the matter. Let us know your opinions in the comments. We know... Look, I know my brother, at least, he's a die-hard Foo Fighters fan, but I don't even know if he knew this came out. He, well, he has a kid now, so fair enough, he's got a lot more else to worry about.
Yeah.
But, I am interested on hearing opinions. If you disagree with us incredibly, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Like, let us know your opinions on the album as a whole. Was it what you were expecting? Because, again, we didn't hear any of the singles leading up to this, so if you heard the singles and then, like, expected this sort of thing, fair enough. But if you, like, let us know your opinions in the comments. I am curious to know what other people thought about this album in general, because, like, when I hear Foo Fighters, I expect, like, that I am used to stuff like The Pretender, All My Life, Alandria, Learn to Fly, My Hero, Monkey Wrench even, like, all that sort of shit. But that's not what we got here. We got something very different.
Yeah.
And while not a bad thing in any regards, it's just not what I was expecting. So, yeah, there you go. Thank you so much for listening. I'll let Gus do the outro in just a second, but this has been the 49th episode of the Firestorm podcast.
Yeah.
And we are inching closer to 50. Amazing. We will go in depth in episode 50. I'm pretty sure we're going to be just talking about random shit in episode 50, but we will talk about the future of Firestorm in general as well.
Yeah.
We got some stuff
updates
planned. We got some stuff working on, and yeah, we will see what happens there. But thank you very much for listening to this latest album review. I will let Gus handle the
So like Trent said, thanks for tuning in and listening along with us. Hopefully you did, and didn't just listen to us in silence. That'd be awkward. But
Definitely.
thank you, and you can follow us on Twitter at FirestormPod4 Top Class I said top class twice. Top notch dig jokes. And you can follow us individually if you'd like. Also clips and stuff on the Firestorm Twitter. You can follow us individually. Me at Silverstorm100 and Trent at TrentJM27 for updates on our own work and stuff like that. And we save dick jokes for the Firestorm account, but
as of late, I've just been making fun of Ion on Twitter. That's all I've been doing. It's been pretty fucking funny, actually.
There you go.
To see.
I mean, you gotta use Twitter for something. If you have any questions or suggestions, you can send them to us in the comments, or you can email us at firestormproductions2@gmail.com. Oh yeah, please, like, I don't know, fucking give us an animator review or some shit. I don't know, or like that'd be good.
Like and subscribe for the least of it. Like we did the ReZero Season 2 Part 2 review, and because it was so shortly after it finished, it concluded, we got a lot of positive reception on that. And we are more than happy. Yeah, it was fairly positive reception on that video. It was really good.
Thanks, guys.
We are more than happy.
I was being an idiot that whole time.
Yeah,
that's what I usually do, but you know, whatever.
Yeah, well, it was pretty good. And we are more than happy to check out any albums or any anime that is recommended to us, especially if it's something that neither of us have heard or listened to or seen. Because so far, a lot of our album reviews have been things that one of us have wanted to check out and convince the other person. Like Gus got me to listen to Red and Lightscape, and I enjoyed both of them tremendously.
Yeah.
So, and we were both into Nate Wants to Battle and Amelie. I got Gus to listen to this and Code Orange, which were both fascinating rides.
Very weird.
If you have it, yes, definitely Code Orange especially. But if there's anything in the future that either of us are interested in, we will definitely bring it up, especially if we think it would be a good review. If there's anything you want us to review in particular, old, new, doesn't matter, let us know and we will definitely consider it. Because we both love music tremendously, especially the musician.
Hello.
So, yeah, we are.
That's
we
me.
Are here for it. And anime as well. Anime, no matter old, new, doesn't matter. We will definitely consider it. We will consider most things. We like
Consider
to keep
most
people
things.
happy.
We consider most things in general.
Most things we consider.
Yeah, unless you tell us to review interspecies reviewers. We already did that.
We already did it. Get fucking wrecked. We already
exactly.
did it. So yes. Anyway, tune in for episode 50.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a lot to talk about. It will be a little bit while from here. We're gonna finish up Honey Pop and Scarlet Sword.
I mean, I don't know, because I'm gonna
Sword.
try to convince Trent to just do it like next week.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, might as well get it out of the way.
I mean, okay. I kind of wanted to just like finish Honey Pop and Scarlet Sword, but I mean,
No, we might as well just go all in. I mean, like we can put, because what I was gonna say. Here's some fucking bonus content for you. Since I'm still recording, I was gonna say we could just after. I mean, we could wait because then we could have like a fresh, like you said, we could have fresh start. But my thought was like we could do episode 50 and then just go all in on just finishing up Honey Pop and then Skyward Sword and then just smoothly transition. I don't know if they'll end on the same week, but smoothly transition from there into our next series of video games. It just, I don't know how it would line up. It depends on when we finish Honey Pop because we have no idea how much longer that's going to take.
I don't know actually. I don't think it will be that long.
Yeah, we do have
16
16 of the thingies. So
yeah, I do think you'll kind of line up almost in sync with the ending of Skyward Sword.
Yeah,
I imagine.
Hopefully,
like if not a little bit before.
Yeah,
kind of.
It just depends. Like if we can get the rest of Honey Pop done like soon and kind of line it up, then we can save episode 50 for after that. We'll just have to see. But yeah, there's some fucking content. Anyway, bye, Foo Fighters. Bye.
Foo Fighters, lads. Thank you. Look, if you're one of those old Foo Fighters fans and you're like listening to this for some other people's opinions, and then you're here listening to us talking about Honey Pop, we're sorry.
I'm not.
But if you
fuck you.
Fucking wrecked regardless.
Goodbye.
Thanks, anyway. Fuck you guys. Hope you enjoyed. Goodbye. Have fun.
Eat ass. Skate fast and eat ass.
Skate fast. Eat ass.
Skate ass. Eat fast.